Okay, welcome to the Board of Park Commissioners meeting for Tuesday, May 2nd, Election Day. Hope everybody voted. Please call the roll.
Mr. Cappers.
Here.
Mr. Fox.
Here.
Mrs. Pierce. Here.
Okay, we have our minutes of our last meeting, April 4, 2017. Are there any additions, corrections, or deletions to those minutes? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
I still move.
Motion, is there support?
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? They stand accepted. Reports. Mr. Drake, good afternoon to you. Do you have anything to add to your reports?
I'll just add that I'm happy to announce the Archer Park restroom is officially opened as of today. So
All right.
it's fully operational and
Good.
open. So, and then also just a reminder that the bike event, Super Bike Saturday, is this coming Saturday. Weather permitting, and provided we don't get any more rain to bring the river up too much farther, the race is still on at Duke Park for now. Just spoke with Jim Stubbs today, and if it does come up much more, they're probably going to have to postpone it for possibly a week. But it's just kind of up in the air right now what's going to happen with that. So.
And turning from you to Ken, or maybe both of you can answer, the gazebo is going to be also dedicated on Saturday at 1?
I believe it's 1
o'clock, is that right, or 12:30?
Maybe this is night right now.
Nobody's really told me, so I'm
Oh,
sure.
they haven't told you?
There.
You're right out there.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. I think I had that on my calendar anyway. Yeah, 1 p.m. This is really a generous donation by the Weaver family, and if anybody can be there on the levee next to the golf course at 1 o'clock, that'd be a good thing. Thank you. Jeremy, do you have anything else?
That's all.
Anything for our park superintendent?
Do you know how many people are signed up for the bike race?
I believe he said 37 as of right now, but he also said mountain bikers are notorious for last minute day of, if it's good weather, they'll show up. So I think we've got 37 locked in with, probably a lot more to come.
Is there a limit to how many can take?
No, not that I know of.
I'll also announce that the Arbor Day celebration appears to have gone really well. There's a big crowd in front of Howard Arena
It did.
for the planting of the trees. What kind of trees did you plant?
We did northern red oak, and then we rededicated 2 buckeyes and a maple that had to be removed that were also memorial trees.
Okay.
So those were put back and then rededicated as well.
And there was a dedication to Kathy Slack, a longtime ice enthusiast and worker with our ice skating club, so
Yeah.
that was very good.
Yep.
Okay. Any questions of Mr. Drake? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Seiler, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Anything to add to your report?
Just that I'd request that the park board approve, along in conjunction with the rec board, who has already approved the use of Treasure Island Park for 2 summer concerts at Treasure Island on June the 24th and also on August the 5th, to be recommended for approval by council. It would be similar in the way that it runs to the concerts that we had done last summer. The one on June 24th we'll be doing in conjunction with Adventures on the Great Miami. They're going to do kind of a River Fest event during the day, and then this concert would be kind of the last part of that particular event. And then August the 5th will just be a standalone concert that particular evening. And so we're just requesting approval and a recommendation to council by the park board for those 2 concert events.
Okay. Clarify for me, if you would, please. I can understand asking us for our approval for those 2 events. Why are we recommending anything to approval to council?
Both of those events will include the request of the application for a F permit for alcohol
Liquor
sales.
license.
Yes.
Gotcha, okay.
I'm sorry, I should have been more clear on that.
Thank
I
you.
apologize.
All right.
Are those events run by you at Hobart? Or are they?
The concert event and the sale of alcohol on the 24th will be, on the June 24th event, will be handled by us. The rest of the River Fest event during the duration of the day will be handled by Adventures on the Great Miami. And then this alcohol sales and concert on August 5th will be handled by us.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions concerning the use agreement, first of all, for Mr. Seiler? Are we, is there anything that we ought to be concerned about that isn't covered in the use agreement?
No, I mean, I think from my perspective, the events went very well last year as the first time through, and it kind of gave us a good idea of how to run those events. There may be some slight modifications to the overall layout of the park for these events due to the fact that now the Smith's Boathouse is open and we want to try to minimize impact on their operation. So we're working through that plan and the overall map layout of exactly what the permitted area will be so that we can minimize that impact.
Good.
But outside of that, I mean, the overall operation and concert layout should remain the same.
Okay, the commissioners want to take any action on this matter?
Oh, yes, I'll submit the motion to approve both concerts.
And to recommend the approval to council then?
Yes.
Okay, that's a motion. Is there a second?
A second.
Is there a second? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's approved. Mr. Seiler, did you have anything else to add to your report?
Just one other item. We're targeting to have an open house for the Hobart Arena on Monday evening, May 22nd from 6 to 8 p.m. So we're in the process of putting together the plans for that right
Good.
now.
I've been inside that, and it's really remarkable. It's very nice.
Thank you.
I'm also looking forward to your Treasure Island concerts this summer. We've got some good ones coming. So, any other questions of Mr. Seiler? Okay. Mr. Green, good afternoon to you. Do you have anything you want to discuss?
Just one thing, got some good news. I don't know if you remember, but the last 3 years, we've had a Tuesday night league opening that we've had a hard time filling, and we have finally filled that. Matter of fact, their first night will be tonight, Crane Pump out of Pickwick.
Oh, good.
And they're gonna have anywhere from 24 to 32 guys.
Great.
So we're looking forward to that, because that'll really help our bottom line, especially on Tuesdays now that we've got that filled up. So that makes all of our evenings full now for the remainder of the year now.
Is this a new league for them, or are they coming from someplace
This
else?
is brand new.
Okay.
Brand new. This will be the first time they've had, they played before, but they never really had it as a league.
Mhm.
So this will be their first time being an organized group. So
Okay.
looking forward to helping them out and hopefully getting them started, and I want to stay here for a while.
Ken, I'm kind of disappointed you didn't know about the gazebo opening at 1 o'clock on Saturday.
Well, I knew they were having it, I just didn't know what time. 'Cause
Oh,
I talked to
okay.
Gary, and he didn't really mention the time.
Yeah.
He just said they were going to do it Saturday, and
Gary was such
Yeah.
is an asset to the golf course.
Absolutely.
I'm hoping that you can make it.
yeah, I'll have to arrange that, because I usually work by myself on Saturday mornings,
Oh,
but
okay.
I'll try to have maybe somebody come in
Okay.
early so I can go over there.
All right.
Yeah, because I would like to be there with them too.
Yeah, it was a really nice thing of their family to do.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Okay, Ken, anything else?
I know, I just wanted to present that news.
Any questions of our golf superintendent? Okay, thank you. I've got no planning commission report. Old business, I don't think we have any. New business. First item on the agenda for new business is a request from Mayor's International College Festival of Nations. Is there a representative present? Would you please come forward and identify yourself?
I am Tom Funderburg, and I have served on the board for the last 5 years with the Festival of Nations. And once again this year, we would request that we could use the levee, the proper levee area up on top for the event as well. I think that's been the 4th year that we've done so. Footprint stays the same. The event is pretty much the same. And I can't think of anything else. If you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer.
Who's going to be the host nation this year?
Our host nation is, I'm drawing a blank.
Ukraine.
Ukraine, yes, thank
Okay.
you.
There you go.
Ukraine,
Ukraine, okay.
yes.
Good.
Thank you.
It's always been a nice affair, and does anybody have any questions of Mr. Funderburg? Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the request from the Mayor's International Council Festival of Nations for the use of the levee.
A second.
And there's a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, good. Next, we have the authorization to install some park benches. Mr. Titterton, I understood you wanted to make that presentation?
Yeah, and please do not let the fact that representatives from the Troy Foundation and the Future Begins Today could not be here mean that they are not invested in this request. It's just last minute, and so I volunteered to take
No
up the
problem.
cause. You should have a copy of the email as well as the the rendering of the bench that Jeremy supplied. So you, I believe, have heard in the past from the Troy Foundation for a couple of benches. This will supersede that request because there's a slight modification that all parties are agreeable to. So everybody is in agreement with this memo. Specifically, Troy Foundation, I believe they have purchased 3 and are going to purchase an additional bench. The Future Begins Today would like to purchase a bench as well. The standard bench that you see attached, including a plaque, an engraving, a dedication plaque. Let's see. 2 of them would be at Treasure Island, surrounding the lighthouse, to be placed in a manner that is satisfactory to the park superintendent, as well as the mayor, since he is very partial to the lighthouse, as we all know. They also would like to install a bench at the gazebo in front of the fountain area at Duke Park. Specifically, maybe too much information, facing the frog sculpture there, that's there. 1 bench, 2 benches, one on either side surrounding the Paul Duke statue at Duke Park. Both Robinsons would have a bench, 1 on each side. Those 2 benches, Jeremy, help me out, as well as the one in front of the frog, would require some concrete work? Does the frog require? Okay.
Yeah, concrete bases.
And so the Troy Foundation and the Future Begins Today, they are aware of and agreeable to the expenses that are involved. And that'll be, the 3 pieces of concrete work will be worked into Jeremy's schedule as convenient for them.
Are we going to do the concrete work, or we have somebody do it?
We actually got a quote from a contractor to do those, so
Okay, are we assembling the benches?
we would assemble and install the benches.
Right.
Right.
And so, on behalf of the Troy Foundation and the Future Begins Today, asking for your approval to do that.
Are the people who this are dedicated to, or is this still a surprise?
No, I don't believe it's a surprise at all.
Okay, all right. Any questions of Mr. Titterington? I find this is a very nice project for them, and I love the look of the benches and the placement. So I think it's super. Does anyone have any questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion to accept the gift and authorize the installation.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Mr. Titterington. Do you have anything else to address the Park Commission?
No, sir.
Thank you. Next matter on the agenda is an update from Susan Knight. Well, hello there.
Hello there, how are you?
You have something to talk to us about special events?
Just to keep updating our growing list of special events, I sent an email, but to confirm for the record that the requesting park board for the approval of the sculptures on the square portion that went onto parkland along the bike path at the park, Duke Park, and also at Treasure Island Park. The addition of the Cincinnati Symphony on June 27th, just confirming that date. And then also the Air Force Band of Flight, August 27th, 7 p.m. at Treasure Island Park. This will be a new location for the Air Force Band concert. And I think it's going to be kind of cool. You know, the Air Force Band's been a little bit downsized. So they're going to have brass quintet for the first half. The second half would be a combination of their rock and jazz groups, and then a very wonderful patriotic finale with everyone. So I think it's going to be a great location. They really were anxious to try it down there, so we're asking your approval of that, and no alcohol sales.
Okay.
That's all.
Any questions of Mrs. Knight? Okay, may I entertain a motion to approve?
to approve both of these additions to our schedule.
Okay,
Second that.
there's a motion, and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Mrs. Knight, do you have anything else?
No, sir.
Mr. Mayor, do you have anything else you want to bring to our attention?
No, sir.
I see Stan and Tim. Do you guys have anything you want to address the park board on?
No.
Okay. Do the commissioners have anything else they wanted to discuss? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to second.
Second, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? We stand